So welcome along everybody, and we're going to be doing a ride test and review on this one. This is the WK Colt 50cc 120/70/12 front inch tyres, and you got the same on the rear, so nice chunky fat tyre going to those. H4 bulb to the top and the bottom, high beam, low beam indicators just above, side reflectors, and you've got disc brakes front and rear on this one. Now just check this out for maintenance. Straight into the spark plug, valve clearances, changing your oil, very easy to see off the side of the engine. Kickstart on it, rear disc brake, side mounted exhaust. It's a Euro 5 compliant bike, emblazoned with the WK and the Colt down the side. And to the rear, reg plate below, reflector above, something I actually like. So normally, I did say on the walk round, you've got your reg plate on the back of a bike, your reflector's normally underneath, you put your L plate on, and then you have to have a little reflector put onto your number plate because you're obscuring your rear reflector. Chain drive on this one, and if you're wondering what that sock is, just under there, hiding under there, is your suspension. It's got a sock to protect the suspension on that, keep all the ingress of water and dirt and everything out. You can remove it, but it looks better with the sock on, and it looks after your suspension under there. 4-speed box on this, and you've got pillion pegs. Now you're going to have to remember that this is a 30-mile-an-hour motorcycle. So let's just fire it up, go through the controls. Horn, indicators, main beam, dip beam, pass light, hazard lights there showing the telltales on the top, and your start button. Now with the side stand only, will not start with the side stand down. You have to sit on the bike to physically start the bike, and it is really quiet. It's such a quiet little bike. Right, let's go and check this out. So it's 12:52. We've put a mile on it. Nice high slung mirrors on this one, and I can see amply over my shoulders. Now it's been a long time since I have ridden a geared 50. Now I am going to compare this to other brands just to make sure I haven't left anything behind. I think I've got everything in my pockets that I need. So we're in third gear, 4-speed box in this. The idea is to get up into top gear as quick as you can, get the power on, because your revs are all up the top end. Now just remember, it will only do 30 mile an hour. Climbing a hill is going to do a little bit less, but getting out into traffic does take you a bit of time on a 50cc, and it will on any type of scooter or geared bike. So I am going to let traffic clear out of my way, like so, and we're off. Second, get the revs up. Third, so typical 50, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but once you're there, it's there, and just sit in fourth gear and just rock around all over the place. But the best thing is, at this speed, no wind noise, which means I get some nice clear audio for a change. So there we go, 29 mile an hour. Now obviously this one isn't too bad. Got to do a full review on it yet. But for 30 mile an hour pottering around town, you're going to get the same speed as if you was on an automatic scooter. Now there were a load of geared bikes that come out. Now in my era it was the Yamaha FS1E, the Honda SS50, and obviously things like the Pooch Maxis, the C50, and I'm talking 1980s here. Now the thing with obviously geared bikes, they take forever and a day to get there. Now I am going to mention a couple of other brands, and I am going to go to town on them. This one, I am finding it pretty darn good. So we're going to go round here, we're going to go down past my bridge, under Simpson, as I call it, Ride Route 4. So 30 mile an hour, we're topped out again, will not go any faster. Now, the other brands, and I am talking Lexmoto Aspire, Lexmoto Hunter, and they also did a couple of other ones that I'm not even going to mention because they were absolutely dire and awful. And if you know what I'm talking about, I'm talking Yamasaki Oh my god, where did them things come from? And everyone said, oh, they're Yamaha and Kawasaki built. No, they've half nicked the name off of each brand, and it's yet another Chinese import that was absolutely awful. And obviously the Lexmoto Hunter and the Aspire were a gear bike as well for the 4-speed box, and they were out for a couple of years, but obviously died because they weren't Euro 5 compliant. This thing is Euro 5 compliant. It runs on E5 petrol, and believe it or not, we've had it started stopped in the workshop. This thing is as sweet as a joke. I'm loving this. It's very similar to your Pirelli TNT, your Lexmoto Riot. It's trellis frame, tank, engine, but of course they were all 125, and I've been screaming for absolutely ages for a bike brand to come out and do something for the kids, because you get to 16 and it's like, Mum, I want a ped. What do you want? And you go down your local bike warehouse and all you can find is a scooter. That is all that is about. This is a game changer for the youngsters. Now, there is an electric version of this, and if you go on my channel you will see all the reviews that I've done on that. I love the electric version. A lot faster, but this is a petrol version. It's got some noise. I'm not whizzing around and just hearing wind noise and the whir of an electric motor. But nod, this gets up to speed very, very quickly once you're in 4th gear. So the idea, get through the box quick as you can, bash it through there and get the revs on in 30 mile an hour. Now I am causing a bit of a tailback, tough. You've got to remember, obviously, if I was on a 50cc ped, I would have the same effect on traffic. And you have plenty of time to get round me on the roundabout there. But it's purring along 29 mile an hour, and it's running lovely. So what am I going to do on the reach score? Oh, everyone said do your reach score on it. When you get it out and do the ride test on the Colt, do a reach score. I will. Mirror check. Rideability. Yeah, love it. This is hilarious. I am grinning like an absolute buffoon under this crash helmet. It's great fun. This is absolutely great fun. 30 mile an hour. I haven't poddled around at 30 mile an hour in absolutely ages. I'm used to blitzing around at 70, 80 mile an hour all the time. 30 mile an hour bike, love it. Rideability, what's it like? Look at this. I can literally, I've got nothing behind me, so don't panic people, but I could just literally throw this thing around. Just chuck it around the road. It is as light as a feather. And I could literally, if I had a bit more muscle on me, pick it up, put it under my arm and carry it off. Brilliant, love it. Oh, rideability, 10 out of 10. Oh, this is great fun. Economy, well, it's a 50cc. It's going to be doing at least 100 to the gallon. I've got to do this. Speed bump, nothing, absolutely nothing, even if the lorry was on my side of the road. But it's so manoeuvrable, I could just literally, look, bum wiggle, and I'm flicking the bike around. Look, I'm just literally moving my backside under this bike, and it flicks around like it's a little motocross bike. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, economy, it's great, love it. Can I filter? Of course I can filter. It makes life so much easy. With a little tinky thing like this to just scoot through the traffic, you'd have no problem filtering anyway. Hill climb, get the power on. And you are going to drop a few mile an hour climbing a hill. It's a 50cc, it's not a massive torqued bike. So it does struggle getting up hills, but so do the peds as well. You take a ped up a big hill and you're down to about 15-20 mile an hour with the traffic queued up. Speed bump, look at that. So, economy 10. Affordability, this is as cheap as chips. So affordability, another 10. Comfort, yeah, love it, love it. It's, look at that, look, nice soft cushioned seat on this, chucking it around. And the handling is okay, it's, you know, it's a 50cc, I can throw this thing around all day. I won't try putting my knee down on the corners, but at 30 mile an hour, but 29 mile an hour, we're still going. We've got 4 miles on the clock. I'm having a blast. So the handling, yeah, 10 out of 10. Oh god, I'm just, if you could see the grin, and I've got my tinted visor on today. If I had a mirrored lens on the inside of it, I'm just grinning like a Cheshire cat here. This is fun, and this is what you want, the fun factor. When you're 16, the fun factor, out with your mates, you've all got your peds, you've all got your bikes, and you're all whizzing around at 30 mile an hour. The grin factor on this, and oh, if I had 10 for grin factor, I would give this 20. I tell you, I love it. I love it. I've yet to do a full ride on it, but obviously this is the first test ride. Customers already bought this one, and we actually ordered this in from WK. We've got a load more of these coming, but I think it is great. It's a game changer. Oh dear. WK are going to be all over me. Rev, what are you doing on that bike? I tell you what, it is a great bit of kit. First gear, this is going to be fun. Tick over, is the engine still on? It is. It's so quiet. I can't hardly, hang on. It does take a while to climb a hill, but so would any, you try doing that with a scooter, you're also pushing with your feet as well, just to get a little, look at that, look, over a speed bump. Nothing. Come on, little bike, what more can we do? This is brilliant. Oh, I'm going to get so ribbed by the motovloggers now. So, Rev's been out on a 50cc, yes I have, and I'm loving it. I'm having a blast. So, what do I think? I'd give this thing, yes, 50 out of 50 for the reach score. It's a game-changing 50cc geared. It's something different, and that is what you want in the 50cc market. They've just, WK are just hitting the nail on the head every time, and they just supply us with bikes. I am not sponsored or affiliated to WK. They just like what I do, and I tend to be blatantly honest about the bike. What's it like? What does it ride like? Yes, it is slow to get to speed, but once you're there, grin factor. And it's the same for any 50cc, so it's, you know, you've got to remember it's a 30 mile an hour bike. It's not a super bike that's going to go 0 to 30 in half a second. It does take you time to build up speed, but once you are there, bashing around in 4th gear, 30 mile an hour, job done. So if you are interested, a link is at the end of the page. Give the team a call. I've got loads of these coming in. But we hope you enjoyed the ride test on this Colt. I certainly did. I'm going to go back and have a cup of coffee now. But until the next time, be well, ride safe, and from RB, it's a big goodbye from me.